What up? What up? What up? Happy Tuesday for show. I figured I would come out, man. It's taking a small break off YouTube there for a minute. I do have some plans for the immediate future, and I will announce them probably at the end of this or maybe my next live stream. But um, I have partnered up with one of my buddies that is committed to this activism and the real 1A. I'm just going to start calling it the real 1A because there is a fake 1A out there, and we all know what that is. And without getting into detail about that, what's understood really doesn't need to be explained. So I'm in it because I love my subscribers. I love YouTube, and it's a platform that it allows me to keep a dialogue, to keep a record of all these tyrannical things that we see going on out here on forget the YouTube streets for a minute. Let's just take your mind off the YouTube streets and the trolling, and let's think it like the human beings that we really are today. So I want to come at you from that aspect. We are all human beings. We all are full of mistakes, and they could be good ones and bad ones. Okay, yeah, there are good mistakes, believe it or not. I bought something that I really didn't need, and I thought it was something else, and I made a mistake, but it was better than the product that I got. So, them type of mistakes. You see, there are good mistakes because you're glad you got it. Anyway, all I'm saying is that getting into the facts here, I'm going to roll right into the facts. You got a Cleveland tyrant that gets a call. He's a sergeant, right? And this slipped through the cracks. I'm really surprised nobody else picked up this story. Honestly, I really ain't. A bigger channel hasn't picked up the story because this is a Second Amendment issue, okay? And Ohio is in the belt of an open carry state, and it always has been. And I don't understand how anybody doesn't understand the word carry and open carry, right? So if you have a right to bear arms, right, and you live in a state that is well known for, its conservative, so-called conservative ideology, which is the Second Amendment, is one of them. I don't want to connect, right extremists to this because that's not what it is. And a lot of people like to use that in their cancel culture. We don't do that here in the Wolverine channel, nor do we race bait. But what we will do is talk about the the freedoms thereof and what like Chicago. You hear me always speak when I speak on Chicago. I'm like speaking on like they have gotten their Second Amendment stolen from them right out the gate, ladies and gentlemen. But before I go on, I just want to give a shout out to some of the guys up in here. Bull Corruption, how you doing? Mike Stevens, Jay Hawk, David, what's going on, brother? Let's see. Scrubzilla, what up, baby? Jonathan, my brother, what's up? That's right. Constitutional carry. That's right. That's right. That's right. Buzz, what's going on, man? Brandon Mitchell, what's up, man? Oh God, I swear these people. Hold up 1 second. I got to answer this, but I'll be right back, guys. That's my doctor's office. Unfortunately, I got to answer that. They were just confirming that appointment. You know how they do it. Anyway, um, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I understand that. Gotcha. Anyway, so what we got here is carry. Let's just think about that word by itself. To carry, right? Open. carry. I can openly pick this up and carry this flashlight down the street. All right? Just for those officers that don't know what they're talking about, that are supposed to be at a minimum of 6 months. They obviously know how to spell a little bit, right? They obviously know how to read a little bit, right? Because they got that far. So did they forget what carry means? The definition to carry? That means to possess something, to hold something, to take something and take possession and handle it. Okay? And literally walk down the street with it, to carry it. I picked it up. I picked the trash with my hand and I carried it to a garbage can. Okay? They're trying to say, wait till you see this video. I'm just going to bring the video up. Let's bring this video up because it's ridiculous what these people are doing. The video speaks for itself. I had it charted up here. I don't know why it disappeared, but let's just listen in and you guys will figure it out. All right, most of this is muted because this is the sergeant getting the call. That's why his body cam is turned on. He stopped off to get him some zoom zooms and wham whams at the store, and he got the call while he was in the store. So we'll speed it up a little bit. We'll get to about right here. And he's very anxious because he as much as he can, you know, because he wants to be Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho, as, you know, I'm the superior officer out here. You got 9 officers out there, and you'll hear these people say, well, he's not obeying my orders. You know, it's just ridiculous. Or do you roll down those windows yet? Yeah, okay.
Where is he at?
He's down there. I mean, he's watching us, but
He can't walk down the street carrying a gun.
Okay, you hear that? You cannot walk down the street carrying a gun. What does open carry mean? Anybody, everybody in here knows. I'm going to go to it, but you know, I'm not going to go to it now because I know we're all on the same page here. It doesn't take a GED to figure out what carrying means. You carry, it's to possess, whether it be in your hand, you're on you. You could duct tape it to your freaking forehead, whatever. Whatever you do it, right?
Oh, I was talking to them.
okay.
So you guys better go down there? All right.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate that. Every bit helps. Thank you for your support. What's up? Go along, get along. Low downs. What's up?
You think anybody can negotiate with this guy? He's saying he's got a right to bear arms. He wants to find out who shot the child.
Now, remember, just several months ago in Cleveland, there was a child that got shot. And this guy's upset that, you know, this neighborhood is turned that bad to where this child, this baby girl, whoever it was that got shot for no reason at all. And people need to start, you know, because the police ain't doing nothing about it. People need to start showing that, you know, they need to show some type of show of force around there, you know. So when people aren't showing that they are carrying, that they're lawful, legal carriers, as this man is, because he's an activist. This is not his first time doing it. I don't know who he is. It doesn't give me a lot of information on it. It's just the body cam from the police. I've been trying to for the past 24 hours figure out who this guy is, and I can't. But anyways, I'm gonna play this.
Oh, it's 9-0 in St. Clair radio.
Be advised, it's an open carry, but he can't walk down the street with the gun in his hand.
Now, did you hear what he just said? It's open carry, but you can't openly walk down the street and carry it. That was a double negative. What is wrong with this guy?
We tried reasoning with him. He's just continued to walk.
Try to get these other cars off the street. Try to back them up.
Now they're conspiring against his rights after he just said it's an open carry state, but he can't carry it.
And the zone cars down there, we're going to have to intervene here.
That means we're going to have to shoot him, guys. We might have to use force, guys. That's all that means. Every bit of that. I'm really surprised this guy walked away with the ignorance of this police force. I guess that's it. That's him in the background, like kind of redressing them and saying, listen, I have a right to carry. I have a right to do this. And instead of worried about law-abiding people like myself, why don't you go find the killer of the baby that was shot here?
Sir, stop. I'm Sergeant Henderson with the Cleveland Police Department. Sir, stop. You can't walk down the street with the gun in your hand, sir. I'm sorry. Stop, sir. I'm Sergeant Henderson with the Cleveland Police Department. Stop. You can not within your hand like that, sir. No, sir. Stop.
Mind you, here, let me bring the reason why I put myself out of the way there is because he will be down at the bottom left-hand corner. So I want to stop this right now. It's this long, okay? Yay long. Man, I'm just way too close to this camera. Okay. It's yay long, right? Right? And he's holding it like this, just walking down the street. His fingers not even. If he wanted to, that would be irresponsible. But if he wanted to carry it like that, he could. But he didn't. He had it in his hand, carrying it the long way. Okay, no big deal, right? Let's get back to the video.
Put the gun down. You can put the gun in the holster. Put the gun, sir. Put the gun down, sir. Put the gun down, sir. Sir, put the gun down, sir. Put the gun down. Put the gun down, sir. Put the gun, sir. Put the gun down, sir. You put the gun down, sir. Put the gun down, sir. Put the gun down. You can't put the gun down, sir. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. You can't walk down the street with the gun in your hand. Put the gun down. You can have a holster. Put the gun down, sir. Put the gun down. No.
Does that make any sense? You can have it holstered. Where do you holster a 12 gauge?
We'll talk to you once you put the gun down. It's an open carry. The gun in the holster is fine. You cannot have the gun in your hand.
Let's listen to the English that he's using. What the is he talking about? He's gaslighting. From the very first call to now is nothing but gaslighting. If you guys listen, you go back and listen. I will put the link into the description here, or no, I'll put the link in this so you guys can watch this later if you want. Let's see. Copy. And you guys can watch this later if you want. Listen to the female saying, I gave him 4 or 5 commands to drop it, and he did, and then he picked it back up and says, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not doing anything. I have a right. This is my lawful right to carry my gun.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the gun down, sir. Put the
Remember,
gun
the definition of carry is to hold, possess, to attach. You know, the example is he carried her in his hands and arms. All right, that's the example in the dictionary.
down, sir. We're having that. Put the gun down, sir. Put the gun down, sir.
You hear him? He keeps on saying, "Go find that girl. Go find the killer of. Go find the killer of that baby. I'm lawful. Go find the real criminal."
Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the gun down, sir. I'm sorry. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. We can talk once you put the gun down. You got to put the gun down. Who killed the baby? Not your responsibility. Sir, we're trying to help you. Listen. Put the gun down. You're not going to go a step further. Put the gun down. It don't matter. Put the gun down. You can't walk down the street with the gun in your hand. You cannot. I'm not going to allow you to do it. You do, but not in your hand like that. No, open carry. The gun in the holster is fine. The gun in your hand is not.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are. Yes, because you can't carry the gun like that.
That's not Brandon. Oh, no. Brandishing in the brandishing law. That means you're taking it out and you're showing somebody and you're making a statement along with it, whether it be a threat, whether you'll say, "Hell, I got something for them," in using it. Okay, that is in the brandishing law. You're wrong. I'm not going to go over this and have a debate. You do your own homework. Okay, that's your job, not mine. Mine is to tell you where they're in error.
You are. Yes, you are. I'm not reciting nothing. Put the gun down.
What code?
Put the gun down.
What code?
Put the gun down.
You know why he's not telling them what code? Because the code don't exist.
Code.
Put the gun
What
down.
penal code?
There was before concealed carry, back in I think it was July of last year, they actually made a new law that tells you that for those that like to open carry, you don't have to worry about it no more. You can actually conceal carry if you want now, and you don't have to have a permit to conceal carry in the state of Ohio.
Gun down, sir. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. That's not your responsibility, sir. That's not your responsibility, sir. Not your responsibility, sir. Put the gun down. Yeah, I know, right?
They know he's not a threat. And you're going to see the evidence right now. You're going to see the evidence right here. Watch this.
I'm going to try.
See this? Watch this. See that?
Put it down. Drop the gun. So what is that? Secure the other firearm for him. Secure the other firearm. Give me his arm. We got it. We got it.
You got anything else on you, buddy?
Come on, man.
This is my duty. This is my duty. That's all. This is my duty. This is my community.
Right.
I ain't seen the police. I ain't seen y'all out here. Yes, I can.
For the hell of it, I'm going to go ahead and debunk the idea that, because there's a lot of ignorance out here. So, and I'm not calling that man out his name when I say that. Okay. All right. So let's look at the definition of brandish real quick. Okay. Let's look at this. Let me make this big here so people could see it on here. Why can't I make this big? Is it doing it or not? Yeah, it's right here. So, to brandish to wave or flourish something, especially a weapon, as a threat or an anger or incitement. A man leaped out brandishing a knife. Okay? That's not what happened here. He was walking down the street with it in his hand. He didn't have he didn't have no finger on the trigger. He just didn't have a strap to it, strap it to his back or anything. He was just carrying it, you know, as his body is east and west. The gun was north and south. Okay? You understand what I'm saying to you? If you don't know, now you know. Okay? Anyways, now let's look at another definition real quick. Let me get rid of this one. All right? Let me get rid of that one. And let's go to this one right here. Let's look at the word carry. All right? Open carry. Remember this. To take or support from some place to another. Convey, transport. He carried her in a mile in his arms. Okay? To wear, to hold, to have around one. Hold. How do you hold something? Oh, you carry it in your hand. See, that is why you guys, there's just no common sense out here for that ignoramus to sit in my chat and tell me that he was brandishing that gun when he was just walking down the street with it. You go back and listen to how they gaslit it over the radio, is that I gave him commands to drop the gun that he was carrying, and he put it down for a minute, then he picked it back up. Pick back up. Literally, that you didn't pick it up with his nose, did he? He picked it up with his ears? Did he pick it up with his toes? Pick it up with his hands. To hold, that's how you hold something, is in your hands or in your arms. Either way, it's carrying. That is the definition. So, again, going back to the video, listen how like they were Captain Save-A-Hose or something for the real true community out here that's in activism. I'm not even gonna, you know, support or read anybody. And if you mods in here want to diminish morons, you're more than welcome.
Right to bear arms, yes, sir.
Not like that, you don't.
Come on, man.
Not like that, you
It was
don't.
just those two firearms. The shotgun and the foot.
Not like that, you don't.
Yep.
The holster is fine, and your hand down the street is not.
Yeah, okay.
Nowhere in Ohio Kapow law does it say that. We waiver conventional hearings, divide deep into many different positions that a rifle is carried. Was very interesting. Yeah, gotcha. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. I already told you what the definition of carry means. I mean, it's, you know, it's to hold. He can hold it in his hand down the street. Brandishing is to brandish a weapon, is to bring it out with excitement to say, man, I'm telling you, man, I ain't gonna hold him up, dog. All right, that would be brandishing, or literally threatening somebody. You know what? You stepped to me, you know what I'm saying? See, that's why I didn't pull mine out the other day. Yeah, because you know I could have went to jail for brandishing. That's why the cops didn't do shit. I don't know if you guys watch that or not, but it is what it is. Anyways,
I don't know what law you're following, but that ain't it.
Okay.
You got anything in the bag?
No. Flyer. I would have loved to see y'all pull up when that shooting happened up the street like this.
For what?
And
I would have loved to see y'all pull up when that
Great
shooting
Lakes Audits is doing something with his family right now, but he called me and gave me some more substance on it, and he believes that they are trying to specifically use a law that has something that's an Ohio law that while you're in a car and how a gun is carried in a car, that has nothing to do with it. He was a pedestrian on city sidewalk walking down the street. That was the calls that they got.
like this up the street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would investigate the shooting.
Listen, y'all should have been
How
there.
is that working out?
That was hours ago. That was hours ago. I was a ghost.
Do you have any information about
I was a ghost. I was a ghost. I was a ghost. No, sir, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Let's put him in the car.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to investigate. And I got to wait to protect my community as well. No.
Number one, if it's not drawn, you can't even say that. Jonathan, I wouldn't even go that far because nobody's seen him draw it. He's literally carrying. He's holding his gun, ladies and gentlemen. The definition of carry is to hold. That's one of the major attributes of it. Brains, man. Use your brains, y'all. Carry. Hold. Walking down the street, like you're carrying a gallon of milk, or like you're carrying a stick. You know what I'm saying? It's carrying. That's all he did was carry it. He's an activist. He knows what he's doing. Even though you're right, Jonathan, but he didn't. There's no way that he hurt anybody or threatened anybody.
Hey, a baby got killed last night.
Not my fault.
I ain't got killed last night.
Not my fault.
Listen to this ignorant sergeant that needs his qualified immunity taken from him.
You talking about black men?
You see how they got all these cops' face covered up right here? Do you know why? And just this one video that, remember, this right here is body cam, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get rid of my little icon there so you can see for yourself that this, oops, excuse me, that this is their body cam, man. All right. Why do they cover these guys' faces? Because every one of them are tyrants and they know it. They got dog checked. That's what tells me. Because this actually happened in July of last year and August of last year, and it was released 6 months ago. So go figure it out.
I hate that bull.
You're so cowardly, man.
Tyrant ass motherfuckers.
Coward.
CCW arrest. Whose car is this?
CCW carrying a concealed weapon. What?
That's perfect. Yes.
Where was it concealed? See, this sergeant doesn't even know what he's talking about. Here, let me reverse that a little bit. Understand this. He's naming a law, carrying a concealed weapon. It wasn't concealed. It was open. It was in his hand. It was clearly seen.
No. And guess what? This is my phone. So
You man, you be telling God. No, it's something you whether you break it or not. You can't walk down the street with no gun in your hand like that.
Yeah, you can.
A baby got killed last night.
Not my fault.
I ain't got killed last night.
Not my fault.
You talking about black men?
Right. I hate that bull.
You're so cowardly, man. Coward.
CCW arrest. Whose car is this?
Do you guys get it? He don't even know that the subject was put back in it. The activist, excuse me, was put back in his car. He's like, whose car is this? It's yours, dumbass. So he don't even know what car it is, let alone charging him with CCW. He's just running his DS right now because they have qualified immunity. They have to show everybody around there, we don't want you, just like they did in Chicago. We will intimidate you every time we see a gun. We are the bosses. My ego is more important than your right to carry, so therefore I'm going to violate your second and your fourth and your 14th Amendment forthwith. Listen to him laugh about it.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Happy birthday.
Because he can't.
Outstanding.
No, who's the primary though? Seriously.
I think 4 and 20.
Okay.
Oh, let's listen to a little bit of. I'm going to show you a little bit of radio traffic. Let's just listen to it. So you guys can hear the unlawful demands, how they were gaslighting him.
Sam took him to the cars. Just have one car going over the audible PA system until I arrive. Tell them to stop. Put the weapons down.
So that means surround him.
He's refusing to put the shotgun down.
That means surround him.
We have a few locations. We're in the area. 1822.
29.5 and 9.3 on St. Clair, still walk.
Radio covers up, send them, please.
Hey, 8923, I'm gonna go block traffic, coming eastbound.
You know what? I'm sick of people that just don't understand. You're looking at the subject automatically thinking that that basketball court that you see behind there, you're gaslighting right now. Why are you running your mouth, man? You know what? I'm just not going to let you misuse my peeps like that. I ain't going to let you do it.
Okay,
1822.
I'll be arriving on St. Clair in 10 moments. Yeah, he's at 93 right now.
What up, Hawk fan? Man, I was trying to get to that part where she... Hold on, let me go back to the beginning. As soon as he... Let's listen to when he actually put it down.
Hey, black traffic, eastbound, St. Clair for 93rd.
This guy's refusing.
Okay, there it is. See, this is where this is the gaslighting right here. Listen to it. I want this to be a separate issue from him carrying it. Right now, I want this to be the issue, the gaslighting. We'll talk about the gaslighting. He's refusing. Listen. Remember, he's not breaking the law, ladies and gentlemen.
Say them to the cars. Just have one car going over the audible PA system until I arrive. Tell them to stop and put the weapons down.
He's refusing to put the shotgun down.
311 right now. We're 105 St. Clair, going left. We have a few locations. We're in the area. 1822.
29.5 and 9.3 on St. Clair, still walk.
Now, you see that? You see the English they're using? He's still walking. So every street that he goes down, he's still walking. You know why? Because he's not running. He's not committing a crime. He's not trying to get away. He's just minding his own business, basically tell them, PTFO, push the F on, right? That's basically what he's saying to him.
Radio covers up, send them, please.
Hey, 8923, I'm gonna go block traffic, coming eastbound.
Here, let's put everybody else in fear. This is major. This is something major. Man, I wish everybody in the neighborhood would have come out with their firearms. and started walking down the street. That would make a big statement, and it would put these tyrants back quiet because they ain't doing shit. Because as long as they think that you're over the age of 21 years of age, okay, especially here in Ohio, if they think that you are over the age of 21 years or older, and I heard it, I know this to be a fact, not just because it's written, I watched it play out in Brownstown. When NC Tyrant Hunter, MCC, Michigan Constitutional Crusader, HPR News, and freaking media were open carrying outside of a Ford plant on city property. I was listening to the scanner. The scanner said, I see 4 white males, look to be over the age of 21 years of age. They're on city property. Code 4. Bam, he was gone. Okay? That is how that's supposed to work, ladies and gentlemen, in an open carry state. Because there's plenty of law out there, and I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir. I'm not even going to go look it up. You know, where they actually cannot just pull you over because they see a gun, unless they suspect you of a crime. That's the only thing they can do. They got to have you suspected of a crime to do so. This man, as you see, he kept walking. That's why they didn't stop him right away. He didn't commit a crime. They didn't know how to do it. But they are so used to operating standard procedure. Operating standard procedure is corporate law, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the word legal and corporate law run hand in hand, like constitutional law and directive policy and lawful. Those 3 words go together real well.
Okay, 1822. 397, I'll be arriving on 6 in a moment. Yeah, it's at 93 right now.
I think that's all the radio traffic. Yeah, this is where he starts rolling down the window. Yeah, that's all the radio traffic. All right, watch it one more time, and I'm gonna bring up the facts. Rest at ease. I will put this to bed, just like his lawyers did when they sued his ass. Guarantee it. There's a DMA on this. Guy got paid big. I'll bet he did. That's why you don't hear about it.
Anybody can negotiate with this guy. He's saying he's got a right to bear arms. He wants to find out who shot the child. We're now at 9-0 in St. Clair radio.
Be advised, it's an open carry, but he can't walk down the street with the gun in his hand.
Do you understand that, guys? He didn't say in a school zone, so there goes, you know, that dude was trying to start shit and presume because he's seen a basketball court, because they would have used that. That would be their first go-to, right? So we know we use that. He said, be advised, open carry, but you can't have it in your hand. Listen to it again.
anybody can negotiate with this guy? He's saying he's got a right to bear arms. He wants to find out who shot the child. We're now at 9-0 in St. Clair radio.
Be advised, it's an open carry, but he can't walk down the street with a gun in his hand.
It's an open carry. I just can't get over that. So then they sneak up on, they tell him again, because I'm just doing that for the people that just come in. You know what I'm saying? So, they get him right here where, he's sitting here trying to redress them.
Put the gun down.
And then, oh boy comes in.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right here.
All this energy y'all got towards one man. We got all these
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
We got all these shooters out here. Killing kids.
Put it down. Drop the gun. What is that? Secure the other firearm for him. Secure the other firearm. Give me his arm.
See, he did have one holster too.
We got it.
You got anything else on your buddy? Come on, man. This is my duty. This is my duty. That's all. This is my duty. This is my community. I ain't seen the police. I ain't seen y'all out here. Yes, I can. I have the right to bear arms. Yes, sir.
Not like that, you don't.
Come on, man.
Not like that, you
It was just
don't.
those two firearms. The shotgun and the force.
See, these communists, better known as progressive left-wing extremists, like because they're always calling out the right-wing extremists. So let's use their language in their political land. Their left-wing extremists had to tell him, because they're so stupid, they don't know what carry means. They don't know what possession is, and they don't know it. Carry and Black Law's dictionary is to possess, to hold. Hello, I'm not even going to bring that up because I don't need to. Now, these are communists, man. These cops are communists. That's why they covered their face. They knew they were effed up, man. They knew they were wrong, guys. All right, so I'm just going to bring up the law, let this play out a little bit, and then I'm going to bring up the law.
Not like that, you don't.
Yep.
The holster is fine, and your hand down the street is not.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know what law you're following, but that ain't it.
Okay.
So you're saying when I do need to use it, I'm breaking the law? As soon as I put my hand on it, I'm breaking the law? Holy shit.
You got anything in the bag?
No.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life, guys.
I would have loved to see y'all pull up when that shooting happened up the street like this. I would have loved to see y'all pull up when that shooting happened like this up the street. Yeah, I would have. Listen, y'all should have been there. That was
Now
hours ago.
you're using Adventures with Stinky. Now you're using Wolby's language. That is kidnapping. And I'm being serious as a heart attack. I agree 1,000% with you. They kidnapped this man. And scared the shit out of the neighborhood. Because you already had, a day before this, a child getting shot. A baby got shot in that neighborhood.
That was hours ago.
You know?
Hours ago.
Do you have any information about
Hours ago.
Or no, it's the same day.
Hours ago. Hours ago. So I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Let's put him in the car.
Yeah.
See how fast they come to him? Oh, they're wanting people to. They don't want to go out and actually do their work and get the real criminals. They want to get law-abiding people like this brother right here that's showing his activism by carrying a lawful. Listen to me, not legal. I'm not using the word legal. Fuck legal. Lawful, constitutional, lawful right to bear arms and to hold and possess. And there's open carry. You can hold it all the way down the street you want. These people are nuts.
Trying to investigate. And I got to wait to protect my community as well. No. And guess what? This is my phone. So you
Man, you be telling God. It's something you whether you break it or not. You can't walk down the street with no gun in your hand like that.
Hey, a baby got killed last night.
Not my fault.
I ain't got killed.
Not my fault.
Talking about black.
Listen what the sergeant says now. Listen to what he says, and listen very careful, and it'll tell you that his IQ is very low.
Right.
I hate that bullshit. You're so cowardly, man. Coward.
CCW arrest. Whose car is this?
CCW arrest, and whose car is this? He didn't even know that was his own. That was his car. No, they're laughing. They're laughing at his ass right now. Again, I'll show you that part, and we'll go to the wall.
Man, you be telling God. It's up to you whether you break it or not. You can't walk down the street with no gun in your hand like that.
Hey, a baby got killed last night.
Not my fault.
I ain't got to get back there.
Not my fault.
What you talking about, black man?
Right.
I hate that bullshit. You're so cowardly, man. Coward.
CCW arrest. Whose car is this?
All right, I'm done listening to that pig's voice, man. It's getting on my nerves. I'm sorry, I'm not going to listen to it again. All right, let's go to the law. All right, open carry in Ohio. One does not need to have concealed carry permit or any other specific permit or license to openly carry a firearm in Ohio. Openly carry a firearm in Ohio. Y'all hearing that? Openly carrying a firearm in the state of Ohio. It's the third time I said it. However, like most rights, the right to open carry a firearm is not unlimited. The following acts, if committed while open carrying, are attempted to open carry a firearm could be run afoul of the law in Ohio. In order to properly open carry, that's not going to let me do that, okay. The firearm must be openly carried as opposed to being concealed. If a firearm is concealed, even partially in manner where there is unclear, it is a firearm and it is considered concealed and would be illegal unless the person carrying the firearm possessed a valid concealed carry permit. Pointing or brandishing a firearm at any individual is in a menacing fashion is legal. Menacing fashion means to an incitement to say, I'm gonna get that guy, or you know what, I got one of these, I'll take care of him, it's no big deal. You know, that's brandishing. All right. Pointing, all right, so touching another with a firearm is menacing fashion is illegal. Verbally threatening to harm another. Verbally threaten to harm another with a firearm is illegal. For example, if a citizen openly carry in the inappropriate manner, but told another individuals he's planning to shoot them or them with the firearm, and the person is being threatened, believed to be threatened, would amount to the crime of aggravated menacing, which is an arrestable offense. Meaning, if I openly brandish my gun and started threatening people, now it's menacing. You took it a step further. Okay, entering a public place while open carrying or carrying concealed weapon, courthouses, schools, safety zones, blah blah blah. We all know that. Carrying a firearm under the influence. He wasn't under the influence. Carrying a firearm under a disability is what? Carrying a firearm while under a disability is illegal under Ohio law. A person who's under a disability in Ohio, they are in figurative such justice under indictment for the offense of violence or a drug abuse, trafficking, or blah blah blah. mental incompetence has been committed to the mental institution or has been found by a court to be mentally ill. So if you're mentally ill carrying a gun, common sense, we all know that's illegal. All right. Columbus City Code, that's more disabilities. We all know that. Discharge of an illegal. He didn't discharge it in the city limits. It is illegal to carry dangerous ordinance in Ohio if you are concerned that you may be carrying could be considered dangerous ordinance in Ohio. You should review the ordinance of the responsibility of the person that carries the firearm. That the firearm is carried may be illegal carried in Columbus, Ohio. It's definitely not CCW. So none of this fits that. If any person who is carrying a firearm is lawfully stopped and detained by a law enforcement officer, officer may disarm the person during the detention to stop. Obstructing a detention by a police officer is illegal. The officer is released at the end of such encounter without being charged. The officer should return the firearm, and unless the person under that state of federal law was possessing a firearm illegally. Okay, it is generally illegal in Ohio to open. Wait a minute. It is generally illegal in Ohio to open carry a firearm on a person in a motor vehicle unless the person carrying the firearm has concealed permit. There it is. That was what he was talking about. What number 13. So if you was like had it in your hand inside of a car, that would be illegally carrying a firearm. Okay, that's all I have to say on that. I mean, it's ridiculous how these people come up with their conclusions to like say that, this guy did something wrong when he didn't. You're allowed to carry a firearm down the street. Don't let nobody tell you. And I wished a whole bunch of people would get together and literally carry their firearms in their hands down the street in the same area. I wish they would, because these people need to be checked, dog checked. That ain't nothing but tyranny, man. I love this community. I love the real 1A. I love all of you. All you people do not, I'm going to say this, because it's the tapering off of the past is going to stay in the past. And I pray to God that these people out here that are doing the right thing for the right purposes may change a couple of the attributes inside their behavior. So other people, I even had to adapt to some things because I'm misunderstood in a lot of ways. I'm just a guy that expresses himself in a manner that some people would take a little offensive because they don't like to be told that they're wrong. They don't like to be told that they're on the wrong side of things. They don't like to see free expression when it's odd to them. And if you don't cater to their while they're in an enigma, which that enigma means while they're being puzzled, they don't understand what you're doing, right? Then they go to asking you questions, and when you don't answer the questions, then they want to, they feel like they're entitled to it, and then they want to call armed people on you because you've got a camera in your hand. I mean, this is what we do, guys. This is who we are. I love all of you, and I wish that every one of you would pick up a camera and go out there and record the police, because we got to stop these tyrants and lift up the good ones. Because there's a lot of good cops out there that are getting a bad rap from these bad cops, and it's unfortunately because they got a uniform that is across the board uniformic. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, a badge and a gun. You know what I mean? And it's hard to distinguish the difference between the two. You can't tell whether these cops are good or not. So when you see a cop that is honoring his oath, tell him that you appreciate him honoring his oath. Tell him you appreciate him for having a judge of his own character and honoring his oath and saying, you know, the hell with the rest of these cops and how they do things. You do it and honor your oath and run it concurrent with the Constitution of this great union called the United States of America. All right, guys. You have a great day. Be good to each other. I'm back quiet reading the mail for show.